Emily, and I am back to do some more yoga for kids. So I hope you're ready to go. Do you have your mat or a nice spot on the floor? Do you have your breath, your body, and your imagination ready to go? Then let's get started. So we're going to start with our opening song. If you would like to sing along, I would love that. So let's take our hands out to the side, clap them in front of our chest, sit up nice and tall, and we're going to sing together. Deep breath in, breathing in and breathing out. That's what life is all about. Smell a flower, watch it grow, light a candle, wish and blow. Sit up tall, deep breath in, reach up high, and now we sing Om. Oh, great job. So for today's yoga class, I thought we would pretend that we are going to a construction site and we're going to build a tall building with all of our yoga poses. So I hope you're ready to go. Let's put on our tool belt to start. So how we're going to do that is we're going to take one hand and reach it all the way behind us, and then we're going to turn and look and make sure we get that one side of the tool belt, and then we're going to reach around to the front and get that buckle ready for the other side. So let's take the other arm all the way behind us, look behind you, twist and reach, and get the other end of that tool belt and bring it all the way to the front so we can buckle it on. Do you have all of your tools there? I got mine. Now we need to put on our work boots so we can go to the construction site. So let's take one foot out to the side. We'll leave the other in. Let's take our boot. We reach it all the way down to our foot and make sure it's on there nice and snug. We're going to lace them all the way up to the top. Tie it tight. Give it a double check. I think that foot's good. Let's do the other boot. So we're going to bring that leg back into the center. Take the other leg out to the side. And you guessed it. Grab your boot. Reach over to your leg. Bend all the way down and make sure you've got that boot on nice and snug. So you're going to try to get your face as close to your foot as possible so that you can really tie your shoe nice and tight. Double check it. We're good to go. So let's get in our truck. So the driver's seat of our truck is going to be down here on the floor. Let's grab our steering wheel and we're going to drive to the construction site. But uh-oh, it's bumpy. Whoa, I have to come to a sudden stop. Woo, we lean forward. And what if we go really fast and lean back? Whoa. All right, I think we made it there. Let's park the truck and come to the construction site. Now, what do you think is going to be the first thing we see when we get there? Because only the construction workers like us today can go inside, but they want to keep everybody else safe, so we've got to put up a fence, right? So we're going to do in yoga what's called gate pose, because we're going to walk through the gate, and everybody else is trapped by the fences on the side. So let's put one leg straight out to the side, and the other leg is going to stay standing on our knee. So take that same hand as the leg gets out straight, and then reach the other hand up, and reach it over to make that long pole of the fence, okay? So nobody can get past on this side because you're stretching all the way to the end of the site. And then we come back up. Let's put our fence on the other side too. So put that knee down on the ground and take the other leg straight out to the side. Take that hand down on the leg really gently, and then take your other hand, lift it up and over, and we're stretching and reaching to make the strongest, longest gate that we can. Good job. All right, now we're going to go in past that gate. We're going to put on our hard hat because we definitely need that. And let's start the building by digging out all the extra dirt we don't need. So we're going to use our excavator. Maybe we'll even dig a whole basement, right? So for our excavator, the chair is up high. So we're going to sit down in our imaginary chair and and keep our legs bent just like this, like we're sitting in a pretend chair, while we use our arms to be the digger. So we're gonna dig down, scoop up that dirt, and lift it out. Then we're gonna dig down again, keeping your legs bent the whole time, and dump the dirt out, okay? Reaching down, scooping up all the extra dirt from the ground and dumping it. And where are we gonna dump it? Into our dump truck. So that can take the dirt somewhere else, and we're gonna dump it into a big pile, okay? So the front of our dump truck is gonna be our nice square bent leg in our lunge. And the back of our dump truck, we're gonna take the same hand as the leg that's bent. The other hand's gonna go down on the floor by your foot. And then you're gonna bend your back leg up and reach your arm over. And look, we've just made the back of our dump truck where we can fill it up with dirt. And when it fills up with dirt, maybe our leg pushes back and kicks into our hand. Maybe we have to lean back a little bit because our back is so full of dirt. So let's drive, and we're gonna dump it out. So we're gonna let that back hatch open, dropping the leg. We're gonna put the toe on the ground because there's still some dirt in here. So what do dump trucks do? They have to lift up to dump everything off the back and let all the dirt come off. I think we need one more trip. There was so much dirt to get, right? So let's do the other side. So take your other leg forward. We're gonna make a nice strong front of the dump truck, and then we'll make the back by putting one hand on the ground, other hand reaches up and over, grabs the top of your leg, and then we're gonna fill it up with so much dirt that our leg kicks back into our hand, and maybe we'll lean back a little bit with our full tank of dirt. Now, we're gonna keep driving and we're gonna dump it out again, so we release the back hatch, and then we're gonna lift up so all the dirt dumps out into a big pile behind us. All right, great job. Now, we're going back to our construction site, and we're going to pour some cement for our foundation. So have you seen a cement mixer? It's a big truck, and they have a thing that spins and spins and spins the cement around. So let's see if we can do that too. We're gonna come to our hands and knees, and we're gonna take our head and look towards our bottom on one side, and then our bottom is gonna kind of look towards our head. And then they're both gonna go up, and both gonna go to the other side. And look, we're making a big circle. See if you can make a circle around with your chest and your bottom and your head, circling and spinning all of the cement inside there. Pretend like you've got a lot of cement in your belly and in your ribs, and you're gonna scoop it all out and maybe go the other way. Whoa! Cement mixing in there, and then we're gonna dump it all out and lay our foundation. Now we've got the cement poured, we gotta make sure it's really flat, so we're gonna steamroll over it. And to do that, I think this pose is really fun. We're gonna lay on our bellies, and we're gonna pretend like our hands and our feet are hooked on. These are the sides of our wheel where we're gonna attach to the front of the steamroller. So these stay off the ground, and then we're gonna try to roll in one big piece, keeping our hands and feet off the ground. Whoa! Maybe one more roll. Oh my gosh. Now we gotta go back and make sure it's really flat. So roll over the other way, back onto your mat, keeping your hands and feet off the ground. Whew! That was fun. Takes a lot of muscles to do that, doesn't it? But now we've got a nice flat surface to work on. So I think what we should do next is cut up all of our steel and wood beams to make sure they're the right size to build. So we need a saw. So we're gonna come back to our hands and knees. Do you know how a saw moves? It goes back and forth, and maybe, just to get a little more work done, we're gonna use our leg as a saw too. So we're gonna reach out and then pull both of them in, and then we're gonna saw back out and pull it back in, and saw back out and pull it back in. We gotta do a lot of cutting here, don't we? If we're gonna build a whole building. So maybe we go out and in, and out and in. Whew, is that saw getting tired? Maybe we need to saw with the other arm and leg. So we're gonna reach out and back in, and reach out, and back in, and reach out, and back in, and reach out, and back in. Woo, we're making so many beams that we can use to build. And now, to take those beams to the part of the construction site where we need them, let's do a big semi-truck with a big flat bed in the back. So our front leg is going to bend. We're going to step our back leg all the way back into our warrior legs. So we've got a nice, long, flat back for the beams to all lay in. And here's the front, making our truck. And we're going to drive our truck around the site. And maybe we pull the horn. Toot, toot. So excuse us, we're coming through with all the beams. All right, let's do our other truck, bringing our second load of beams because we got so many of them, didn't we? So you're going to turn your toes to the side. The back foot is facing the long end of your mat, front foot facing the short end of your mat. You're going to bend deep down into your strong warrior legs, and we're going to make our big Mack truck that's driving through the construction site with all of our beams on that straight back leg. Should we pull the horn again? I think so. Toot, toot. All right. Now that we've got all the beams, I think we need to use our crane to lift them up. This pose is a little hard, but it's really fun to do. It's a balancing pose, so we're going to try to put all of our weight on one foot. And you know how cranes are very tall, and then they have a long arm coming off to the side, right? So they can balance. That's going to be our back leg. And our front hand is going to reach down, and that's going to be the cable that hangs down. Maybe it has a hook on the end, maybe it has a little grabber, and it reaches all the way down to the ground. And see if you can balance. Now make it nice, big, open, flat crane. And cranes are very strong, so be sure you're strong in your back leg, strong in your front leg, and you're using your hand to pick up something off the ground, and then we're going to try to stand back up and lift it, lift it, lift it, lift it, lift it. Whoa! Could you balance like that? It's tricky, isn't it? Let's try it on the other side. So you're going to take one foot, try to balance on it, start to lift up your back leg like that long arm of a crane. Then we tip forward, and we use our hand that's closest to the ground. We're going to reach down, reach down, reach down, reach down until we can grab our steel beam that we need off the ground, right? We're going to use our little grabber, and as soon as we're ready, we're going to grab that thing off the ground, and we're going to lift it up. Great job. Now, let's pretend that our leg is one of those nice long steel beams that the crane just picked up. So you're going to take your foot and grab onto your toes. Maybe you have your first two peace fingers and you wrap them around your big toe. Now we're going to straighten out our leg in front of us, and we're going to take that beam, open it out to the side, and set it down into the building. Do you like that? All right, let's do another beam. We're going to grab our other toe with our two first fingers. We're going to straighten out our front leg, and maybe we can lift the beam all the way to the side and put it in that building. So we built up nice, strong beams on the towers, right? Now I say we drill them in place. So for our drill pose today, we'll take our two hands clapped together, just like we do at the beginning in our song. Let's lift them up over our head. And let's say we need to drill down something that's between our legs. So we're going to bend all the way over and press that drill into the ground. Maybe there's something even behind you between your legs that you need to drill down into. So reach all the way back through and drill, 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 drill. Can you make a drill sound? Maybe it's a... Let's see if we need a drill over here. I think we need a drill by our right foot. Let's check the left foot. Drill these beams down in good. Oh, great job. I think we got it. Now what we need to do is come all the way down, and we're going to mix up our sidewalk to put out in front of the building. And guess what we need again? Our cement mixer. So let's go onto hands and knees, and we're gonna roll our chest around. Rolling, 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 mixing up that cement. And then go the other way, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it. Now we don't want anyone to step on this sidewalk, so we gotta put up some orange cones. So let's make our body into the shape of an orange cone by doing our downward dog pose. So we're gonna lift our bottom up in the air and make ourselves into a big triangle. We can't just do one orange cone though. I say we put up 5. So there was 1, here we go. 2, and back down. Let's put up 3. And then we come down so we can put up 4. Knees back down. We put up our last orange cone, number 5. Great job. Now I think what we need to do is climb up so that we can paint the outside of the building. So we're going to do our ladder pose. We're going to put our hands behind us with our fingers facing our bottoms. We're going to put our legs straight out, and then we're going to lift our bottom up off the ground and make our body into a nice big diagonal line so that somebody could climb from our toes all the way up to our heads to the top of the building. And when we get up there, let's paint. So we're going to take, maybe we take 2 hands just to paint faster. You're going to paint all the way up and all the way down, folding over your legs. Let's paint up and a big brush stroke down. And one more, all the way up and paint it all the way down. What color did you paint your building? All right, now I think we have this nice big tall building. Let's take an elevator all the way to the top. So you can just put your feet up in the air like this and stay like this, but if you want, we can bend, we can roll our bottom up and then lift our feet all the way up using our arms to support our back and our bottom. And we're going to come into shoulder stand for our nice tall building. And look at our toes. Maybe we have a twinkling light at the top of our building. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Moving your toes around. And our building is so tall. Can you make yours even taller? Can you lift your feet higher into the air? Can you make it a straighter line? I bet you can. All right, and now we're going to let our feet come down. We're going to roll our body down. And we're going to roll down into this soft cement that we just poured. And we're going to flatten out and be our sidewalk drying. And as soon as the sidewalk dries, then everybody can walk up and come visit our new beautiful building that we made. So we've got to lay here and take a nice deep breath in. And now we're going to blow to help the sidewalk dry. Can you imagine that you're looking up to the top of the building you just built? Take a deep breath in. And blowing out again. Imagine how many stories tall your building is. And how high it reaches up into the blue sky. And then take a deep breath out. All right, great job everybody. Let's roll onto our side and sit back up. Thank you so much for building that building with me today. I loved being at the construction site with you, and you did such a good job doing all of the construction yoga poses. So let's end our class today with our song. We take our 2 first fingers and put them together and pretend there's a little light coming out of the top, just like the little light that you have inside of you, and we'll sing for each other. I've got a little light, I'm gonna let it shine. You've got a little light, you've gotta let it shine. Shining every night, shining every day, having fun, we are one. Namaste. Namaste everybody. Thank you so much for playing with me today, and I hope I see you again soon.